Hello, Aries. So, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. Aries, what do you need, honey? What do you need? That's kind of where the readings are going this week. I know it's supposed to be this karmic cycle. You know, everything is a karmic cycle. You're always in one. So, it doesn't really matter what I read. It's kind of part of that, right? I just got this strong message to do readings about what you need. So not just you. I know as Aries, you're like, oh, it's just about us this week. Everything is about what Aries needs. Oh, just right now. We did Aquarius, we did Pisces, and now we're doing Aries. So it's what you need. As I was pre-shuffling, every wand card in the deck was coming out. I was like, wow. Well, the Emperor was on every split. And then there was the Ace of Wands, there was the Knight of Wands, there was the Four of Wands, there was no Two of Wands. Those were the ones that came out. It was like, wow. Aries, you need to light the fire. There you go. So, that's the end of your reading. No, I'm just joking. Singing bowl, I'm doing it at the beginning. Because it's good energy, okay? It's going to clear the shit out of your head. And it's going to clear whatever. But if I did it at the end, like last time, I think some people don't stick right to the end. They kind of get what they want and then they leave the video, right? So sometimes I fall asleep when I'm watching videos too. So you can miss it. I'm going to do it now. Strong. Feel good? Yeah. Is it lighting the fire? So, Aries, I am using two decks. I am using, look at that. 10 of Cups, happy. I am using the, this is the Tarot of Dreams deck. And what's on the bottom? Ooh, the 10 of Swords. Dang, look at that. 2 10s. The 10 of Swords. The 10 of Cups. Why not? Do it. Why not? You don't need to hit all the other stuff in between. Just go right to the happiness. So, the 10 of Swords. This is the, Starman Tarot. Oh yeah, look at the swords. Are like, oh god, that's actually painful. I hurt looking at that stuff. So, I have spoken to the spirit guides. I have said, you know, I'm going to do like, yeah, I know what the tarot means. How did that happen? How did the 10 of Cups end up on the top and now the 2 of Cups is on the bottom? I don't recall doing anything to the deck. That's weird. There you go. That just freaked me out. It's like I picked that up, but that's not what it was on the bottom a minute ago. I have to watch that video on how I did that. Anyways. Yeah, so the universe, spirit guides. I made a deal with them. This is it. The readings is a lot of the visual in these. I want to pull in a lot, so I'm asking for them to kind of pull out cards that have a lot of visual information. And you're going to get that in these decks. So be prepared for it to be a little out there. All right? Good. What do you need, Aries? What does Aries need? There's more damn wands. Ooh, this is the 9 of Wands. This one's not as hard as the other 9 of Wands. Interesting. The sun is starting to rise. Sagittarius energy. But Aries, you are part of this. Fire sign, you little fire spark. Okay? You're holding the wand. You made it up the steps that far, right? You've made it up the steps that far. You're pretty tired. It was a lot of steps. There was a lot of obstacles. There was a lot of shit in the way. You did it though. You're up there and look. There's really not anything in the way except those wands. You just gotta knock them down. Or you can pick them up and do things with them. You can do what you want with the, ooh, interesting message. You can do, because the Knight of Wands is kind of like that beaten warrior, that worn out, that tired, that it's been a long, hard fight. I don't know if I got anything left in me. You can do whatever you want with those wands. You can use that defeat to defeat you. You can use that defeat to fuel you. You can use that defeat to light your way. You can use that defeat to kick those wands out of the freaking way. It's what I'm getting to. You can do whatever you want with that defeat, that wounded warrior. What do you need to do with it? What do you need to do with that wounded warrior, huh? What do you need? Okay, next card. If there is one. Oh, yeah. More wands. 3 of Wands and the Hanged Man. The Hanging Man. Oh, this is cool. Okay. The 3 of Wands and the Hanged Man, or the Hanging Man. What you need to do with this, so I'm being told, I'm just telling you, okay? Do what you want with it though, because that's what you need to do. So, this is a suggestion here in the video. Wow. This person sits on the dock completely naked. I want to say I'm getting a rebirth out of that, because the Judgment card for me is the naked people coming up out of the coffins. Coffins floating in the water, naked people coming up. That Judgment is pure, it's clear, it's clean, nothing from the past, not even their clothing, not even their jewelry, not even anything is coming up in this rebirth. Everything from the past is left behind. You know, however you were with this person or this job or that situation in the past, it's left behind. You know, if they're all a bunch of wands standing on these steps, knock it all down, okay? Let new wands be created. Let new sparks of life and energy be created. Sit on that dock, stark naked, brand new beginning, because there's shit coming in. That's it. There's shit coming in with this 3 of Wands. That ship is coming in. You can visualize it. You can see it. Whatever that ship is to you, the ship is coming in. But you need to be naked on the dock to get it. You know, I told them I wanted visuals, so they're giving me visuals. You need to be naked on the dock. Actually, he's not even really on the dock. He's on a rock face. That would be kind of hard and uncomfortable, I think. He's got 3 wands sitting there. See, this was the need here. I need 3 wands to light my way here, so that the ship can see. What you do with the other wands, whatever you want to do with the other wands. But you know, maybe get 3 of them and light the way for this ship that you know is coming in. And the Hanged Man, this is like my Jedi energy card. It's the only card I have in all of my decks that I want to connect with Jedi energy, because it's like he's harnessing these crystals. What do they call those crystals for the lightsabers? Maybe it's just a lightsaber crystal, I don't know. It's like harnessing that energy of the lightsaber crystal and seeing not just yourself and the world around you in a whole new light. See the universe, like just seeing the universe and seeing how you're connected and not connected in any way you want to be with it. Which is and he's naked too. What's with all these naked people? I don't know if it's getting naked people in the other decks. I don't know, maybe you need to get naked, Aries, I'm not sure. You need to strip it right down. Yeah, there's tons of cards where people are not naked. We ain't getting all the naked cards. But also the message I'm getting with this, with all the skin exposed, was I shared it with Aquarius. It was this this really interesting visual, just a story that came into my head, and it was basically played out with images. I was sitting on my bed the other day. It was a snowstorm, and the snow was coming down, and you know, when there's a lot of snow coming down, and it's just almost blinding, mesmerizing, hypnotizing, watching it come down. And all of a sudden the wind will come in and the snow is going like this. And I was like, and then it starts almost like dancing and swirling. And it is like, you thought you were hypnotized before. You are like confused in the hypnotization. And it stops again. And it almost drew me in. And this visual, I just could sense so strong. I could imagine myself. I could actually see myself dead, like in 80 years or whatever. I could see that. And I could see my cold, hard body under the snow. And I could visualize, like I was looking at my hands, and I know you're like really weird, Cindy, but I'm an artist. That's like how we think. We're really freaking out there, man. I used to have conversations with my mom at the dinner table when I was a teenager. She'd be like, I have to go. I don't know what you're talking about. Just be like, her brain would be like, ah. So just bear with me, because this is where I'm going with this nakedness, this skin, because it was the skin that drew me in, my own skin, my own hands, looking at them and like realizing like they're beautiful, they're amazing. But then immediately I was able to imagine them decomposing, like, because that's what's going to happen. I'm not being weird. It's the truth. It's what's going to happen. Accept it. Okay. I don't know what time. We all have different times, but it's going to happen. And the only way for that to happen is for you, for your body to be made of the earth. I mean, we know we are. We're like, oh yeah, you're from the earth, going back to the earth. But no, really see it and visualize it and understand it and accept it. And look, and like, shit, I am the earth. I am the earth. And that's what you are. You are the earth right now. On any way you want to describe that, any way you want to look at it, whether that's scientific, biological, it's the truth. You are the earth. And it's going back there. So that's what you're here right now. It's a miracle, really, that, because look at the earth. It's not walking around. You know, well, the dogs and the cats and the birds, they're all the earth too, and they are moving around. But you know, the dirt, the soil, which is all what this is, it's just nutrients in a different way, in a different form. It's all going to go back in. But what a miracle you are. And that's what the message was, like, what a miracle I am and you are. How incredible is this? This experience to be the earth. And then the message that I was getting too was that, you know, looking out there and seeing how hostile the weather looked. It was very hostile. And if I was out there as an animal trying to survive, like, we're lucky we have all this civilization. It's easy. But it's hostile. It's hard. It's eat or be eaten, you know? That's why it's hard sometimes being human, because you are the earth. So I'm telling you, these are deep messages this week. Somebody's going to put some kind of comment in. I just know when I get to Gemini, it's all going to be like, oh, Sandy, you're crazy. The Hanging Man. No, they're actually really sweet. There's only like 1% of them that are assholes. That's probably humanity in general, really. The Hanging Man. So this is that realization I'm feeling, like really realizing who you are, what you want to do in this lifetime, and that it's infinite. The possibility is infinite for you. It's absolutely infinite. It's just how you're looking at it and how you're projecting it. That's all. So simple, right? That's all. Go out and do whatever you want now. Why are you holding yourself back? But really, yeah, you know, it's, yeah. I know, you're simplified. That's the spirit guys. Okay, so the bottom of this one is the Six of Swords. Yeah, see? You're on your way there. You're on your way. So what do we got here so far? We have Sagittarius, Aries energy that's come out. I'm really bad with the planetary. I don't have anything written down with it. I'm not sure what that one is. It looks like, you know, that thing that that water Zeus guy holds. So what would that be? Someone tell me. I don't know what energy that is. And then here we have Aquarian energy with the Six of Swords, going into a better place, going down the river, going down the river to a better energy, lighting the way. Very protected energy going down this river. It's very protected. Very much protected. Ooh, isn't that interesting? I gotta find that now. Yeah, no, I know it is. I was just looking at it. I think that's quite interesting. So, if you look at this card, this person going down the river in this boat, look at all the swords around them. I feel like it's really protecting them. Things perhaps in the past, you know, some of those swords that were the Ten of Swords that were all penetrating you, you've pulled them all out. And now they do protect you as you go down. And it's very interesting. Look at what's holding these two swords in the front. It's these two swan heads. And that really caught my eye because before I got into the reading, I was looking at it, I was like, how did that get to the bottom? Because what was the card that was on the bottom? Now I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't remember. But it wasn't the Two of Cups. It was something else. And I'm like, how did that get switched? I was trying to figure out, how did that get switched, right? You just saw me do that. And I find that interesting that we have the two swan heads here. So I want to say you're going down to the river, going towards better energy that is more conducive to having experiences with people that match your energy. You're finding your energy finally. You're finally getting your energy. Ooh, the Princess of Cups. It's interesting. This is interesting. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, I gotta show you that. I'm sorry, I'm like pulling in visual information here. So interesting. Look at that, huh? All right, so interesting. What's starting to come in with this is that whole visual I had about the connection with the earth that your body has and that what you will one day become. And here we see all these roots. I'm sorry, I have to look at it. Look at it again. See all these roots coming from the bottom of her feet and looking, they're projecting out of her head. It's this grounded energy. Did this come in for Aquarius? It's a little bit similar like the Aquarian reading, which is kind of funny because they have, that's there on the bottom here with this Six of Swords. It's the process of things from the past. You know, here you are, this Knight of Wands, this worn out warrior. It's been a difficult battle. You've survived it. The things from the past become the nutrients for the future. You know, all these roots, because really in the roots coming out of her head, there's a lot more of them than the roots at the bottom. But yet she has a ball and chain around one of her ankles. Ah, now I see. You see all the roots at the bottom are not as strong as the roots at the top of her head. And where is she chained down? But at the bottom, okay? So it's almost like realizing my strength is not where I thought it was. It's in another aspect of me and growing and creating that. My strength is not what I thought it was. It is another aspect of me and I am growing and creating through that. And through that, you free yourself from whatever this Nine of Wands was. And then you just got people doing like disco dancing in the light, which is cool. Why not? That's fun. And then we have all this rainbow of color coming out of this cup. And I'm getting a message here because this was very significant when I did a Libra reading a few months ago. And it was the topic of, I did it for each sign, what makes you so important to the world and to others in this lifetime. And it was championing those that could not champion themselves was the really important message in that. Wow. So that's quite profound. This is all connecting to what you've been through. What you've been through up to this point, Aries, is so that you have experienced what many will, or those that you will encounter will. And you can totally champion them because you have experienced it. You understand it. You know from a first-hand experience what that is. Those that cannot champion themselves, you champion them. And the reason, I know you're like, well, how do you get that from a goblet with this rainbow stuff? So to give you an idea how that came in, like so long ago with that cup, was there's people on the ground here, you know, they're worn down, they're beaten, they're defeated, right? They're defeated, and then yet this cup rises, but it's not strong. It's not as strong as all the other energy that's going on in this reading. This cup rises, this So when you think of rainbow, you think of pride, right? You think of the whole gay, lesbian, that whole community of people that have different sexuality, different ways of expressing themselves and seeing themselves, and are often ostracized, attacked, not supported, not understood. And, you know, they to me symbolized those that often need to be championed. You don't even have to believe or want to participate or be somebody's story, but you can see the humanity in it, right? You can see the humanity in it, and that's what needs to be championed. It doesn't matter what their belief is, their cause. It's the humanity that needs to be championed. That's such a complex card. It's, yeah, like literally this ball and chain is at the foot. The root system at the foot is now weak. So it's an adaptive. It's almost adaptive. Now I need to adapt. So how do I strengthen myself? And it's the root system out. Ooh, wow. It's almost this understanding that you are organic. You are organic, yet that's not permanent. Because you will expand and grow on a deeper level. You know, well, I would imagine if you're watching this, you do believe you have a soul, right? It'd be unusual to not. Yeah, I think that would be unusual to not believe that. So I believe that. I know it for a fact. So it's almost as if recognizing that the three-dimensional is not actually where your strength is, perhaps, which is unusual for Aries, because Aries is a very three-dimensional experience sign. You know, I always talk about Aries as being the one who manifests through doing. That is the manifestation strength in Aries. So perhaps there's something new here for you, Aries, to look at how you manifest, how you strengthen yourself, harness the energy around you. Where you've been feeding your strength, where the strength has been feeding you from, is no longer the place that it will feed you now. Very interesting. It's at the bottom of this deck. The Four of Pentacles. I'm going to show it to you. The Four of Pentacles, just to get the imagery. Typically the Four of Pentacles is, you know, about kind of not doing anything, just staying where you are, just, you know, keeping your balance, your stability, just, you know, you don't want to rock the boat. Keep it. This one. Interesting, the pentagrams on here. They're really, when there's an eye. Oh, there is an eye. I should have understood what he was holding. It's almost like the morphed skulls of different creatures that have come together, like been welded together into a single face. And then behind this person who is holding these morphed skulls, I'm going to show you this in a minute, is a big, like a green, it's actually kind of funny. It's actually kind of funny because you can't see my eyes real clear, but this eye is actually the color of my eye. It's like green, and then right near the pupil there's this little ring of brown, which is really funny. It's my eye. So I'm watching all it's kind of funny. And look at this. You see, it's like if you look at this closely, like some of these look like little skulls. There's all sorts of little parts of this that have come together, and then as you pull it back, you start to see the face. Like these are the two eyes, this is the nose, the mouth area, and these pentacles. This connection to, you know, the divine, the energy, creation energy, and bringing that down into earth and the balance of it. And seeing and knowing, almost like looking over that, the shoulder. Looking over the shoulder is very much as if seeing beyond yourself, seeing more than there is to be seen, actually. So within this balance, within this, what would maybe appear to be non-movement, there is actually a lot of movement, but it's more internal. It's more energetic. Almost like, so you may appear to be not doing anything or just doing what you do day to day and just sticking with that and not expanding on that. But yet underneath the surface is an enormous amount of energy exchange. And it's almost like changing and transferring your energy. Okay, so the Moonology deck. Let's get a final message here for Aries with the Moonology deck. I was just thinking, I should title this one, you know how we started with all the nakedness. Aries, you need to be naked. See how many views it gets. That'd be funny. She's like, really? All right. Please don't go do that. Don't go do that. I don't get arrested. And then they play, well, Cindy on Awakening the Spirit told me I should be naked out in public. I did not say that. They have places, I think there's a place around here, actually, that is one of those nudist colonies. Yeah, I don't know what. That'd be different. That'd be really different. Come on, can I get a card so I have to keep talking about the... Come on, give me a card. Moonology deck, something for Aries. There we go. Wait, what? Did something... Yeah, something flipped and then something flew out. Oh, interesting. This is cool. So you got two cards. I love them both. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. Your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. There you go. You're doing great. Maybe it looks like to everyone else you're not doing anything, but you're doing great, Aries. Doing great. You're getting ready to, maybe, perhaps, to show the world the real you with this energy transfer. You know, strengthening yourself in areas where it was not strengthened before. My young Jedi. All right, there you go. That's good. That's what I got. I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, till next time, till next week. Do be gentle with yourselves, guys. Bye.